Okay. Inside the ropes. We are back.
Mm-hmm.
My phone is fucking haunted. Just so everybody knows that.
I'd like to take this time to say, fuck you, Del Rio.
If you couldn't tell, he's not a big Del Rio fan. It's just, I mean, I don't know if you're paying attention or not, but you know.
Yeah, he's not the biggest fan.
No, not at all.
Nope.
Oh, real quick, completely off wrestling real fast. Just let me get this out of my chest real quick.
Go ahead.
All you fucking morons who think Canelo Alvarez won should be fucking shot and dragged out in the public square and beaten in front of your families. You're fucking retarded and you don't know what boxing is. That's it, I'm done. I'm good now.
All
We
right.
just got done watching WWE No Mercy.
And holy shit, real appropriate name tonight.
Yeah,
Lot of stuff
wow, a
happened.
lot of guys took some
Nasty bumps.
nasty fucking bumps
Even the
tonight.
women, too.
I don't know what was going
Oh my
on
God.
tonight, but they were definitely
Dude, this felt like TV PG, and I loved it.
This was a little rough, man. I mean, that Cesaro, that was
That was hard to watch.
All right, so let's start with the beginning of the night.
Jordan and the
Why do
Miz.
you always cut us off when we're having a conversation?
Thank you.
Anyways, first match of the night was The Miz defending his Intercontinental title against Jason Jordan. Yes, I know we've done this before. Yes, I know we're all getting a little tired of seeing The Miz with the title. I know I am, at least. The match, though, was a solid match.
It was.
And Jason Jordan, man, in ring, he is fantastic. He definitely needs some help with his promos.
Because the crowd is behind him in a ring, but when it comes to putting a mic in his hand, they're just not there.
Well, tonight the crowd was also very pro-Miz.
Yeah.
I mean, even when he came out, they were cheering for him at first.
Well, I'm just talking about in general, but in ring, he really doesn't need to work on anything.
No, in ring, he doesn't need to work on
It's
shit.
just the promos.
In fact, in ring, given the right time and a longer match, the dude could cement himself as one of the top in-ring guys in the company. Problem is, his promo work is just garbage right now.
It really is.
You know, like he's got to take a page from his fake father here. If you can't cut a promo for shit, play to it. Kurt played to it for years. The fact that he couldn't cut a promo. Come on. Oh, it's true. It's damn true. That was the worst gimmick of all time, but Kurt knew it. And he hyped it up to be that bad. To where you hated him for it. You got to go one way or the other here. You can't toe the line. Either they're going to, well, unless you're Roman Reigns and John Cena. They apparently can toe the line. Nobody else in the fucking world can, but they can somehow. But, yeah, it was a good match, but a predictable ending as always. You know, Miz Taraj gets involved and Miz gets the win. I'm a little tired of the interference wins, you know, with the Miz and with Jinder. It's kind of like you already know how their matches are going to end if they win.
Yep.
They don't get clean wins anymore. Their entourages always get involved, and it's a shitty ending to what was a good match.
Yeah.
So Miz kept his title. I gave the match like a C+, maybe.
Yeah.
The ending really killed it for me. I'll give Jason Jordan a solid B+ in this match, though.
He was good.
He was outstanding in ring, and then I'll give him an F for his promo after the match. Dude, you just can't talk. Get a manager or some shit. Or just get some girl with big boobs to stand next to you, and we won't care that you can't cut a promo. We'll be too busy staring at her.
Just go like this.
You know? Every
like
time
that.
somebody boos you, just go, hey, look what I brought. I brought you puppies. You know?
And then just for once have Jerry come out and be like, puppies!
Yeah, one time.
Just at least once.
One more time, that's all.
We want to hear it one more time. Come on.
But it was a nice start to the night. It was a solid match.
Good way to open the show.
Yeah. Then we went. Where we going?
Except I'm going to obviously add the outside interference. Victory due to outside interference is always a sin.
I think we're always getting.
We're getting tired of it.
I think we're all getting tired of it. I think Jinder's little click has killed it for us.
Jinder's the most predictable.
It's gotten ridiculous, and
He hasn't even really won
I
a
don't
match
know. Are you
clean that
guys
was a
free this week
championship.
at all? Tuesday night?
Yeah, I'm free.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we'll touch more on Jinder Tuesday night and how I think his run is actually hurting the world title right now.
Because it's not even just title. It's not even just title matches. It's regular matches
Yeah.
you see on SmackDown too.
We'll touch into it a little more on Tuesday night, but I do think Jinder's run right now is actually hurting the world title, where at the beginning I actually thought he was good for it.
Yeah.
The hype train was real in the beginning, and then as each time where the Singh brothers got involved,
Right now I think it's just hurting the
it
title.
kind of went like down and down and down, and now it's kind of like I really don't even give a shit.
But we're getting a little off topic here.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Del Rio.
What was the next match after Jason and The Miz?
Wasn't it the tag match?
Yeah, it was the
That was the next match, really?
That was the next one.
Yeah.
Really? That was that quick?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if
There was
any...
only six matches on the card.
Yeah. Yeah.
They were all really good matches, though. That's
They
why
really
it felt
were.
like it was so much...
Longer.
All right, tag team match. The Bar. Somebody's got to finish my bar. Thank you. Against the Shield. And these guys, man, the four of them in a ring together,
They tore that shit
it's
down.
fucking golden, man. I mean, once again, in my opinion, this was match of the night until Cena and
matches
Roman
later.
Yeah.
stepped in the building.
And God help me that match. But we'll get
And
to that.
we'll get there. But
We'll get there.
this match was fucking phenomenal. I mean, it had everything, including a horrible moment where Ambrose slingshotted Cesaro into the corner. Cesaro misjudged how far he was away from the corner, smacked first into the steel setup that they have around the post.
And breaks 2 teeth off and starts gushing.
It might have been more than 2, man. It looked like he
Maybe
busted
a
up
third.
the whole
It was
front.
like the whole thing.
Like it might have been 4 or 5 teeth that he knocked out, but he
I was the one who noticed it, but because
I thought it was his nose.
I thought
I
it
thought it
was
was
his
his
nose
nose,
too. Yeah, that's what I thought, but he fucked himself up.
And then they showed the replay of him like this.
And then for about 10 minutes, it turned into shoot-o-mania all of a sudden. It looked like Cesaro and Sheamus were pissed off, like they felt Ambrose did something wrong. And they were taking little cheap shots here and there.
Until Cesaro, when Dean was on the apron, Cesaro literally, you could see it clear as
He
day.
clean-cocked Dean in the fucking
Foot
face with
to
his foot.
face.
freaking kicked
And
him in the
Ambrose,
face.
and you saw the shot of Ambrose, if you pay attention, like right in the corner.
Looking like, what the fuck is
it
going
was like,
on?
what the fuck
And
just
then
happened?
Ambrose actually retaliated with a clean right
No.
hook, it looked like, pretty
Yeah.
much. Or no, it was an elbow.
Yeah, it was the elbow in the
It
apron.
was a hard
It caught him
elbow.
right in the mouth.
Right to the mouth. It sent more blood shooting out of his mouth, and Cesaro to the floor. And if you look closely, when Dean went out there to go grab Sheamus, he called Cesaro a little bitch. I didn't miss it. I saw it. He called him a little bitch. So this got a little personal for a minute there. And I think Dean, from his perspective, was kind of like, the fuck you blaming me for? You're the one who jumped. Like, but beyond that, it kind of made for a great match.
It really did.
Because they just kept going back and forth trying to one-up each other.
Right after Cesaro got his teeth knocked out, that's when it got interesting.
You know, and kudos to Cesaro, man. You are one tough motherfucker. Because
You could have just had, ended the match right there.
I've had dental work done and surgeries and shit, and I lay up like a little bitch for 3 days afterwards. You went out there and finished the match. Like, you're one tough motherfucker. And I'm sorry, that move with the white noise and the powerbomb,
Yeah.
that
That was
fucking great.
perfect.
That was fantastic. I'm not gonna lie, a little disappointed because I've been watching some live shows and stuff like that on my phone, and I saw that they were kind of doing the 3D on live shows, and I was kind of looking forward to seeing them try and pull it off, but maybe they just didn't do it all that well, and they figured, fuck it, we'll just scrap it. You know?
Yeah,
White
they-
noise
they-
powerbomb. New one.
The fact that he caught him and still held on to him, though.
But
And then just picked him up and powerbombed him onto
went
Ambrose.
back and forth until Rollins hit. Was it Cesaro or
Okay.
Sheamus?
What, the pin?
It was Cesaro that he hit with the high knee, right? Or was it Sheamus?
Sheamus.
Who got the?
It was Sheamus.
Yeah.
He hit Sheamus with the high knee,
Dirty
right into
deeds.
Dirty Deeds. Ambrose for the pin. The Shield retains. We keep calling them the Shield, although technically they're not the Shield. They're not whole, but still.
Whatever.
All in all, I give the match a solid A-.
Dude, I'm giving it an A. I'm giving it an A. The only thing that was missing from this match was boobs popping out somewhere or something.
Also, I'm giving an A straight to Cesaro for not quitting during that match.
I'm giving Cesaro an A+.
A plus.
You are one tough motherfucker.
He really is.
Holy shit. That takes some balls what you did tonight.
And to keep getting hit in the mouth, too.
Because he had every excuse to lean into Sheamus and say, I'm fucked up. You need to go in there and finish this match.
He just tagged him for a bit and caught a little reprieve and everything, and just went back
I
in
think
there.
that's how they solved the whole thing. By
Was letting him take a break for a while,
by tagging back and forth.
Because
as
you
quick
could
as
even
they
see
did.
the ref check on him, and then he just kind of turned and looked at Sheamus and was like, you got to come in here.
He was debating it too. He was just kneeling there, and he's you could tell he was either thinking, should I end it? And he just tagged Sheamus let me see for a
But
minute.
kudos, real props to Cesaro. You are one tough motherfucker.
On some real shit.
And big props to these tag teams. These guys, and then over on SmackDown, the Usos and the New Day,
tearing
They're
the fuck
taking this
up.
fucking tag team division to whole new levels.
Yep.
These other tag teams need to catch up.
Yeah.
Because what these teams are doing, absolutely fucking insane.
Yep.
So yeah, I gave the match an A. I think we're all in the A area here.
Hell yeah.
This match was fucking fantastic, and it really set a very high bar for the rest of the night.
No pun
Pun
intended.
intended.
Yep.
The only thing that SmackDown could do to top this is if they put that match in a Hell in a Cell. Which, if that's
With
the
the
case,
Usos
Well,
and New Day?
I think the Usos and New Day rivalry is done though.
No, they're having
no,
one
they're
more.
having it again at Hell in a Cell.
Really?
Yeah,
One
they
more match.
advertised it during the show.
Yeah,
But they've already done 3 pay-per-view matches.
they were advertising it in the show.
For Hell in a Cell.
For Hell in a Cell, yeah.
Yeah.
If they put the match in Hell in a Cell, they're tearing the fucking house down.
But the only reason you
More.
have this match is if the Usos are going to win the title back. Actually, no, this could be where the New Day wins and ends the rivalry.
Like a
instead of
definitive
the
win.
back and forth.
It's just a definite, absolute
Think
win.
about it real quick, off subject. I know we're talking about No Mercy here, but think about where the New Day started.
Yeah.
3 guys who looked like they were done with the company.
Yep.
To now putting themselves in a conversation of the top 10 tag teams of all time.
Yep.
Like, I mean, that's fucking impressive, dude, and they deserve credit for what they've done.
Absolutely.
But I digress. We move forward now.
Then it was the
women's
Fatal
match.
5-Way.
Fatal 5-Way.
Yeah.
The women's match
Yeah.
next.
That match was good, too.
This was a good match. I was kind of doing a couple things during the match. I came back in here and I said one comment. Please tell me that fucking Bayley didn't win. And she didn't. Thank fucking God for small fucking miracles. But, you know what? Fatal 5-Way here, you know, Nia Jax, Bayley, Sasha, Emma, Alexa Bliss. WWE, you should be slapped in the mouth here. Nia Jax, once again,
Nia Jax was the MVP this
does
match.
not
Oh
get
my God.
a title run.
She delivered a freaking double Samoan drop, but took a nasty bump.
Nia took a couple bumps in this match, but she's tough as nails. Some of the stuff she did was ridiculous.
I honestly,
That
when
freaking
she
power
took
bomb,
the power bomb,
I thought she was
unconscious.
unconscious. I thought she was out.
I'm curious what it's going to take for Nia to get a title run
No.
at this point.
Because if you
Like,
look
I
at
get
all the
it. I
multi-woman
know-
matches, all just ganging up on her.
I know Alexa's popular, and I know right now her popularity's through the roof.
Yep.
But Nia's been fucking busting her ass for a while now, and she is easily one of the most talented women on the roster. You're making a joke out of her these days.
Yeah.
Every time she gets put in a title spot, she can't get the job done.
Like it always has to be somebody interfering or something like
She's
that.
about to become the only monster in the women's division to be an underdog all the time.
Literally. Did you notice that?
You know, it's getting weird. Instead, it was Alexa Bliss for the win.
Yeah.
I'm just glad she pinned Bailey. I know I talked to
She hit the
freaking
DDT and
yeah.
then pinned Bayley.
I know I sing Bailey's praises, but the second I found out they put her in this Fatal 5-Way match, I was
Now-
so done off the bandwagon.
Could it be that they're letting Alexa hold the title because they're
Asuka?
waiting for Asuka?
Well, that's the next pay-per-view for Raw.
Could that be what they're planning? You know, have
But
Asuka's
if that's-
arrival come and it's her and Alexa right away?
But then that's.
But she's beaten
also-
Alexa before.
Also, it's kind of fucked up. I really think Nia deserves that shit more than anybody right now.
Well, why do you say it's fucked up?
Huh?
What, because Asuka just came up to the main roster? Is that what you're about to say to me? Because if you are, I'm going to kick you in the mouth.
You're gonna look like Cesaro.
She's
afterwards.
been performing every night, every week, just like they have. She works live shows. She's gone on pay-per-views. The only reason she hasn't been on Raw or SmackDown is because, you know, fucking Triple H thought that her reign with the women's NXT title was too important.
It was.
Which I don't really understand, because all it did was keep us from having a lot of great fucking dream matches.
True.
Really.
Don't get me wrong. Her and Ember Moon, her and Nikki Cross, her and Ruby Riott, they all put on great matches. But we could have been seeing like her and Becky Lynch, her and Charlotte, her and Sasha. You know, things that we were waiting to see.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, maybe that's the deal. But I'm still going to give the women's match a B. What keeps me from giving it a better rating is that I just think Nia Jax should have walked out with the title tonight.
Yeah,
Sure.
I'm giving it a B, not even a B minus or B plus. It would have been an A if Nia walked out with a title.
Yeah.
I feel like they're really jobbing over Nia these days, and it's getting ridiculous.
Huh?
Like she can destroy every woman on the roster, but
Except
every
the
time
champion.
it comes up for a title match, she just can't get it done somehow. So,
Logic.
whatever. Fourth match of the night.
I'm gonna
Oh
give,
God, fourth and best match of the night.
I'm sorry.
Oh, my
I'm gonna
bad.
give the match a B+ just for the fact that Nia's performance after one, getting that power bomb and landing on her fucking neck,
And two, getting jobbed again.
And
number,
two, going
and
into
number
the damn,
two,
turnbuckle.
going shoulder first, hard as fuck,
To the
into the
post.
turnbuckle. I just give it a B+ for Nia's performance.
Yeah.
She's tough as nails.
That's why I'm
man.
giving it a B though. Nia's performance was off the charts, and for her to not walk out with the title again
It was annoying.
really fucking bothers me at this point.
Yeah.
Like legit bothers me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I've just had enough of it. I feel like Tamina's gonna get a fucking title run before Nia does.
Which is really sad.
Very sad.
And now we come to what I think unanimously we all agree was the match of the night.
Yeah, absolutely.
And for all you fucking Roman haters and all you Cena haters out there,
And all you Del Rio haters like me.
they stuck the two of them in a ring together, and these two tore the building apart. John Cena and Roman Reigns put on a classic tonight.
It was.
Plain and simple, this is going to be one of those matches that when people talk about Roman's career,
They're gonna go back and talk about
they're
that.
going to go back and talk about this match.
Yep.
They'll talk about the matches with Stroman and, you know, the match with Lesnar at Mania and stuff, but this one's going to be one they talk about.
Yep.
Okay? We saw what? 1, 2, 3, 4 attitude adjustments?
four. Mm-hmm.
3 spears? 2 Superman punches? You know,
And a partridge in a pear tree.
we saw an attitude adjustment off a fucking middle rope. We saw a spear through a table. I mean, shit.
And 5 golden rings.
It was fucking insanity. I mean, these two, listen, I am not a John Cena fan by the furthest fucking reach of the imagination. And when I say I'm not a fan of somebody, it doesn't mean I don't appreciate what they do in the ring. It means that me personally, I'm not going to go and like look up that guy and see his old matches and, you know, see where he came from and learn about him. I don't care enough about you to do that stuff. But I can still acknowledge a great superstar when I see one. I'm not a fucking moron like a lot of you people are. Okay? John Cena is easily, at this point, in the discussion for top 5 all time. And as much as it hurts me to say that, because there's a lot of guys that I like a lot more than him, what the man has done throughout his career, and the fact that if you go and look up, you know, 5-star or 10-star matches, John Cena's name comes up quite a bit. A lot of his pay-per-view matches are on that list.
Yep.
I mean, some of the work he did with Edge was fucking ridiculous.
It really was.
The segments he had with Punk.
And after all Cena's done, to come back and have the run he's having right now, where he is losing to top talent, it actually says a lot about Cena.
Yeah.
You got to give him a little credit right now. Him and Roman went back and forth tonight. I didn't like the beginning of the match, though. That kind of...
It had me a little bit confused when Cena was pulling a heel maneuver.
Yeah, it was weird.
And I mean a heel. He's teased it before, but it looked like he was getting ready to go full-fledged heel during this match.
It was a weird moment.
First
Very
with
weird.
him walking up the rampway,
And
then
clearing
after
the table.
clearing the table after the attitude adjustment failed, I was like, I like this Cena.
It was weird, but
and
it was
I'm gonna
also
love this match.
leading up to the match. He kind of said this was going to be different because he kept saying he didn't respect Roman,
Yeah.
so he kept saying this was going to be different.
And it sure as fuck was different.
But it was a phenomenal match, and you know, for all of you that hate Roman Reigns, I'm sorry, I haven't seen a bad match with the man attached to it,
and here's the thing.
except for his match with the Undertaker at WrestleMania, and I don't think that was Roman's fault personally. I think he had an old Undertaker in there. I don't even blame Taker. I blame fucking morons letting Taker keep getting in the ring. Tell him he's old and he can't do it anymore. Make him sit down somewhere. But they're not going to do that. I mean, fuck, they let Jerry Lawler wrestle until he had a heart attack.
He still wrestles now.
Not in WWE.
Yeah. But, shit, what was I going to say? Out of all of Roman's matches, this has to be my favorite.
I don't know, man. His work with Styles was still...
It's up there, but this one,
I mean, the
I think
ambulance
this
match
one,
with Stroman,
that one was a classic.
that match was fucking insane.
Just chucked them into the damn
But
thing.
I challenge a Roman Reign hater. Here's my challenge to Roman
I remember
Reign.
what I was going to say. When he came out there, everybody was booing. But when he pinned Cena, there was not one person booing him.
There wasn't a single person booing at all at the end of the match.
There was a few little kids booing who had John Cena shirts on and everything, but when it came to everybody else, unanimous cheers. And I mean unanimous.
Listen, I challenge the Roman Reigns haters. Do me a favor. Go on YouTube, go on the network, whatever, and go look up some of Roman's matches, and then come on here and tell me where he sucked so bad. I would love to hear it. I can't wait. Because you know what? You fucking morons say we're being force-fed Roman Reigns. He hasn't won a pay-per-view since WrestleMania. This was the first time he's won since Mania. He hasn't held the world title in how long?
Wild.
Like since last year at Money in the Bank.
How are we being force-fed Roman Reigns at this point?
Not.
Get over yourselves. Knock it off. Stop. Stop it. Knock it off before I fucking send Roman out there to shove his foot up your ass. Don't think I won't find out how to get in touch with him either. You have no idea how fucking persistent I can be when I set my mind to some shit. And then I'm gonna give this match a fucking A+. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
From the build-up to the in-ring
It
to
lived
the
up to it.
ending, everything. This whole process had like a Rock Cena feel to it.
Yep.
Hell, that's what the hype they were going for.
And-
Unanimous A+.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
giving it an A+. I think this was the match of the night easily by leaps and bounds.
Yeah.
And then
After this, for some reason, they
the
made
Cruiserweight title match.
the co-main event.
co-main
I'm
event.
not sure why they did this.
Where all
Well, I guess
Enzo,
to bring the crowd back down from that, I guess.
Where all Enzo did was kick Neville in the dick and roll him up for a pin.
Wait. Wait. Enzo got his ass kicked for like 15 minutes
And they kicked Neville in the dick.
and then kicked Neville in the dick and got the pin for the win. And I'm sorry, I love it. And I called it. I told you Enzo would win. It would not be a clean win in any way, shape, or form. But they're building him like the Ric Flair of the Cruiserweight division. You know, referee's not looking. Boop. Oh, sorry. Didn't count. Referee wasn't looking.
Also made it funny considering he calls himself the realest guy in the room, too.
You know?
Yeah, go figure, right?
Yeah.
And then in the post-fight thing, did you hear him? He was like, you know, you kick a guy in the short stack, they ain't getting up. He was... Listen, the Cruiserweight division's been hurting for a long time now.
This is
You
probably
know,
a good up for them.
And it's not Neville's fault, man. Neville has put on some fucking great matches. It's just, they need something. They need something to be a draw.
Yeah.
And Enzo's a draw right now. And even if he only holds the title to the next pay-per-view, tell me you can't wait for Raw tomorrow to see Enzo come out and do his fucking moonwalk with the title attached to him.
I like to see that.
And he's already got the biggest ego in the room. Imagine what he's going to sound like now.
Yeah.
I mean, the match wasn't that good, though. I'm going to give the match a C-.
Yeah, same.
I give it C.
I'll bring it up. The only thing that brings it up to a C was the kick in the nuts. Like,
Just because it was so unexpected.
it was just fantastic. I'm sorry. I know I don't
Sure.
really like bullshit wins, but this one was pretty good. This one was...
Crowd was behind it, too. Bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, the crowd loves Enzo, so it was a good look for Enzo.
Yeah.
But now it's on to the main event, and Stroman and Lesnar. And listen, I know 90% of that crowd was convinced Stroman was about to destroy Lesnar. I know a lot of people that I've talked to were convinced Stroman was about to destroy Lesnar.
And the same people who were convinced about that were that
And-
he was walking out with the title, too.
And I'm also going to be one of the people to say that I have been saying for a while now that they should have already put the title on Stroman.
They should.
It's long overdue at this point.
It's way
okay?
overdue.
However, just like the last pay-per-view, the build-up to this match was all, this is the match that Lesnar loses. I'm sorry, Brock Lesnar doesn't lose the title that way.
Yeah.
He's been built up too much to go into a match and be destroyed. I mean, they almost ruined him when they had him do it with Goldberg.
Yep.
I couldn't take him seriously when he came out at the Rumble after losing to Goldberg and he's suplexing everybody. I'm like, that's going to stop right when Goldberg comes out.
So the match starts, and for a good, 70% of the match, 80%?
Just about.
Strowman controlled everything. He got the power slam off, twice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 times?
No, 3 times.
Yeah, it was 3.
One was in the beginning. One was like
Right in the beginning. Then he
And
got
there was
another one
2
off that he
back-to-back.
didn't go for the pin.
Yeah.
And then he got another one right after that, went for the pin again, didn't get it.
Yep.
So they made everybody believe that Strowman was gonna take this thing, and then Brock, out of nowhere, desperation, scooped him up, F5 for the win.
No, wait, you forgot the Kimura. The Kimura I like because I hadn't seen it in a while. So
He
I'm
had
like,
the
okay.
Kimura locked in for a while, too.
Because when he went for the F5 and didn't get it, I'm like, okay, so he's going to use the Kimura to win, which was nice because I haven't seen him use it.
It would have been a good storyline, too, because they could have kind of still played up Stroman as the monster.
Yeah.
Because they could have said, like, Lesnar broke his arm or fractured something, have him come out with the wrap on again and everything, and say, like, you know, Stroman didn't tap, the ref stopped it because he heard a pop or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But instead, it was Brock for the F5 and the win. And listen, you can say what you want. I know a lot of people think that Lesnar having the title is hurting the title. I disagree. I think Lesnar having the title has elevated it to something different.
Like
a heavyweight boxer almost, right? Heavyweight champ has a title. He doesn't fight every night. He's not out there every month fighting.
He fights when a good fighter comes
He
up.
fights every 4 or 5 months against the top guy who proves it by beating everybody else around.
Yep.
And that's what they've made Lesnar right now. He's a guy who shows up when that one man has separated himself from everyone else.
Yep.
Now,
I hate to cut you off, but first thing I know, we were talking about Jinder Mahal earlier and how he's ruining the title.
Lesnar's done the exact opposite.
Like I've said this like so many times. It's not the fact that the title makes the man. It's really more of the man makes the title. And I know which title feels more important to me right now.
And I know Lesnar personally has told Vince, and he has told Hunter, he refuses to be involved in bullshit wins. He thinks they hurt the company. He said either I'm getting a clean win or a clean loss. He doesn't like the bullshit because the last time it happened was with Rollins, and for months everybody talked about how Rollins was champ because he got a bullshit win over Lesnar. So, having said all this, leading up to this match, I had very low expectations, actually, because I figured both of these guys are monsters, but they're both big guys. It's going to take a lot of energy to be throwing each other around and pulling these moves off.
Your phone's about to stop in 30 seconds.
You can just crop it.
So I didn't expect much. I'm giving this match a B+.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a B+ just because I was expecting, like, when he hit the F5, I'm like, oh, he's gonna kick out, maybe scoop him up for another one, but nope. It was ended. People were shocked.
That's the reason I'm giving it the same score.
But no mercy overall. It's an A inside the ropes.
Yep.
Thank you very much, guys.
Fuck you,
Good
Del
night.
Rio.